I'm Katrina and this is Sow and Tare. Today we're going to show you the GreenStalk planters. It's time for me to replant. I did not plant in these over the winter. Things were going in the yard enough, I didn't need it. And so the soil has gone a little bit hydrophobic. So I'm actually going to mix it with some compost from the aviary, and that will help it kind of break it up a little bit. I'm going to test the hydrophobicness in a container first, and then I will put it back in. So we'll see if that fixes it. Otherwise, I've heard of people using just a dab of dish soap to make that work. I have not used that before, and if that doesn't work, then I will attempt that. I did want to let you know that GreenStalk is having a sale. It's a Mother's Day sale that's happening right now, and I do have a link in the description that will get you $10 off your first purchase, and that actually goes on top of the Mother's Day sale that's happening now, and that is the sale that is the best sale of the year. So now is the time to get them. I highly recommend getting the spinner base, because especially if you have it up against a wall or in a shady and sunny area, you know, one side shaded, one side sunny, you can move it each day and it will be just fine. So I love these GreenStalks. I have 4 of them, and I did basil in this one over here last year, and beans and basil in this one, and then in the back I have one in peppers and one in strawberries. So I'm actually going to be planting today strawberries, and I'm going to do it in the larger container. My one's in the back is in the smaller one. This is the leaf one, and then this is the original. And I'm going to do that and see if that, see how that works. Strawberries work just fine in the leaf one, and I want to see if they do even better in the bigger one. So that's what we're doing today. And like I said, check that link down in the description if you want $10 off your first purchase. It's a really, really great thing. And then I get a little bit back. So anyway, I love these. They have a watering system. You water in the top. You can get a lid for it if you want. Before I get a lid, I would like them to change it a little bit, but it will work. They do sell automatic watering systems. Again, I would make some changes on it, but check it out. It might work for you. And I mean, it will work for you. I have some suggested changes. And there's actually a watering system in here that waters each level, and that is awesome, because when you water each level evenly, that is where these have success. A lot of towers do not have success because they're not being watered evenly. The water goes in the top ones get all the water and the bottom ones get none, or the water goes in the top and the bottom gets all the water and the top ones don't get any, depending on how well the soil is holding the water. So that is something to keep in mind. This one has that watering system, and it has a disc in each layer, and it sends water to each of the pockets. So this is 30 plants. 30? Yeah. This is 30 plants in a space you can hug. This is 36 plants in a space you can hug. So that is awesome. I can plant, how many did I say, 30 and 36? That's 66 plants in 2 hugs. How many hugs do you have in your garden? So that's what we're going to do today, and then I'll be planting these up in another video. So I just took off a layer here, and this is that watering disc. There is a hole, and you put it at each pocket, and it will water into each individual pocket. Now each of these, it's not like there's a pocket. This is all one container. No separations. It just goes in the sides to stack. And so this is watering the whole thing, but it directs the water to each pocket where each plant is. So I did just water this. You can see the bottom is a little wet, but the middle part is really dry. Actually not as bad as I thought it was. So this mixing will probably be really good. This was just potting soil that I did. Usually I put a layer of rabbit manure in the middle of each layer. I didn't do that for these guys. And I'm okay with keeping, you know, some roots in there, but bigger roots will get out. Actually, it's not too bad. We have an inspector. Hi, kitten. What am I doing? What is this? You inspecting? I don't know if he was in frame or not, but the cat came to inspect. I'm gonna give this a nice mix with my hands. It's a wire. Now, if you're curious about sifting compost and using compost that way, I do have a video. I'll put it in the corner here about sifting the compost in the aviary. I don't think I did a video. I did a video for Quail University, but I didn't do a video for the aviary yet. The aviary is rabbits and quail. And the racken house is the one I did. The racken house is rabbits and chickens. All right. This looks pretty well mixed now. Maybe. Well, let me rehydrate it and see if that works. Soaking in. Let's see. I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. Don't need an acorn though. Let's fill this. Getting that organic matter in there could be wonderful for these plants. Ordinarily what I would do is just top with the compost, but because it's hydrophobic, mixing it is a better plan. We do want to go all the way to the top of these cups. If you are planting plants that are already plants, if you're planting plants that are already in plants in here right now, then you would want to leave a little bit and then add more of this later. But we're going to be planting bare root strawberries, and that could be done either now or later. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to be moving everything over here. It doesn't matter which one's top and which one's bottom. I'm just going to be kind of reversing them, and when I put them back onto the roller base, I will reverse it. They'll be back in the same order, but it doesn't really matter what order it's in. I think I'm going to plant them as I put them back. I think that's a better plan. Hi, kitten. What do you think? This one's not as bad as the top one. We might be okay there. I'm still gonna add in compost though. So this compost, I do have a video about this compost, and I'll put that in the link. Poor gal's moving her egg sack. Poor lady. You can stay there. Hi, kitty. You want to check it out? Yeah, it looks like not a whole lot of the soil actually went hydrophobic. So it was just that top layer. Hi, baby. You want to help? Hmm? You want to help? Hi. Yeah? Silly kitten. That might have been ambitious. Hi. Now what? Is it too big? Make too big a pile? Yeah? Can I mix it? You gonna help? So it's important these GreenStalks have water containing abilities, I guess. That's why you use potting soil. This might be a bit much compost for these guys, but I'm gonna do it, see how well it works, and then it might be that it's too much compost and we learned from that. Excuse me, kitty. But I do want to see, because the front bed where I planted the chayote squash, that's completely compost. There isn't any potting soil in there. I don't remember, actually. I don't think there was. If there was, it was a high level of compost in there. And it was the same, it was from the chickens and rabbits. Probably should have done this in the wheelbarrow, but that's in the backyard and I'm in the front. So now we have these filled. You can see it kind of did a little bit of a divot right near the center here. That is for this little disc, and each little section has a little hole, and those holes should line up with a pocket. So here's a hole right here. I'll line that up with this pocket right here, and want to make sure it fits over that little green thing in the middle. And then I just give it a press down, make sure it has contact with the soil. Filling these up all the way is one of the issues that people have they don't know they're having. So if the soil doesn't have contact with where the water's coming out, it's going to just drip in one spot. When it has contact, it actually acts like a sponge and moves it throughout that layer. So that's one reason to fill all the way up. The other is it's in the directions. So let's plant. I'm actually going to plant some celery on the bottom, and then the strawberries will go on the upper level. That one is mostly going to be the greens and salad stuff, and you know, baby spinach and lettuces and stuff like that. So that is my goal. I also have some kale that I need to plant there that I got from the store, but I'm just showing you guys this one, and here we go. Now these fit really specifically, there we go. You can see it fall in. I think I'll do the bottom 2 in celery. And this will settle when we water it, and it's okay to add compost to the edges after it settles. Completely fine. There we go. That one took a bit. Always remember to find the water hole and put it in your pocket. And when you have plants, it's best to avoid squashing them like this. There we go. There we go. I always like to spin it, make sure every one of these connections is being made. What's water thing goes on top, and it goes on a little differently than the rest. So this has a hook right here, and that goes over these. So it is a little bit harder to put on because you're kind of squishing down more soil. And it pops up. Gotta make it fit right. Oops. Once they're all on though, it stays pretty well. All right. Now that that's on here, we're ready to water. And because I did do seeds in the bottom 2 tiers, I am going to water with the kind of mister water, the wand. And then once these establish themselves, once they've kind of gotten going, and once these seeds sprout, then I can start watering from the top. I can start watering from the top now. It's just the bottom 2 layers I need to water kind of until those seeds come up, because the seeds, the soil doesn't get, like, where you plant seeds, you still need to water in that area. This watering part is for established plants, plants that are already going. And there are some people who might be starting seeds and watering in here and it's working. But for me, the best way to do it is to kind of water with that wand until I see that they're growing, and then watering with the reservoir. So these are watered when the reservoir, they're watered when it comes out the bottom. And then typically what you like to do is do that and then come back a little bit later and water it again so that it gets all the way through. So that's my recommendations. And again, I do have a discount code, not code, I do have a discount link if you go in the description below, and things are on sale right now. They're on sale Mother's Day is always the sale for Mother's Day is always the best sale of the year. So if you like the video, hit the like, and please consider subscribing if you have not already subscribed, and hit the bell notification, select all. We do all sorts of homesteading stuff here, and enjoy your day. Thank you for watching.